So this was, if I just remove this lower trend line here, this pattern was a pretty clear, rising wedge here. And when Sol fell out of bed and broke down below the lower bound of this rising wedge, it just told me, hey, it's probably going to break lower. And if we, let me just go ahead and bring that back. So now notice the confluence that failed. So this level of support that failed, how many times did Sol bounce off of the 200-day and this trend line support? Remember, the more times a level of support or resistance is tested, the more likely it becomes that it will eventually break. So right here, the 200-day moving average once, and that was, at the very beginning of October, that was the flash crash low. We've got twice, three times, four times, and then finally it broke overnight. So there's probably more room to the downside out of Sol and support. The first level of support, I think, comes in at 155. So I last night, in addition to exiting that LP and getting short on Aave, I also hopped on into Jupiter. And on Jupiter, I opened up a little short position. Um, and let's just take a look. So I got in at 177 last night, and I'm just gonna take some profits on this at 160 down here. So let's see what happens with Sol. But this is if we zoom out, what I see here looks like a big head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So this is a very bearish price action pattern, and we've got the breakdown out of this channel here. False breakout here and breakdown here, as Bitcoin still is holding above its respective level of support. So alts are trading off sharply as Bitcoin really, it is not moving by much. I mean, the highs were $20,000 higher. So Bitcoin isn't off like 50% like most alts are. But if we just take a look at, this is Ben Cowan's favorite chart, and this is basically alts in Bitcoin terms. And notice just alts continue to bleed in Bitcoin terms. So it's likely that alts will continue to move lower unless Bitcoin finds support and reverses. And even if or when Bitcoin finds support, it may not mean that alts also find support.